Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today it's Wednesday the 30th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, fairly decent time frame, got up and around, went out, jumped in the hot tub, got my soak on, got my hard-boiled egg for breakfast, and my liter of water. Had a nice little soak out there. Wife came out, said her goodbyes as she headed off to work, and that was basically it. I was sitting around, and I should have had a dog here today. I got picked up this afternoon, and that went home yesterday instead. So I have a day off, but didn't know I was having a day off until like yesterday. So I guess I got a new like half a day before that, so like almost 2 days ago, but not really enough time to go plan or do anything to make like anything fun out of it. So said to heck with it, and decided I was going to run out to, there's a farmer's market slash flea market they put on each Wednesday out at the fairgrounds. It's about a half an hour drive or so out, and went ahead and headed out to it. So I jumped in the car, ran out for it, and I usually buy a bunch of orchids, and pretty much all I buy there is orchids. And I walk around the whole place and look at everything else, but never everything jumps out at me. And this time of year, it's so stinking hot. There's people who are literally tearing down. They show up at like 5 in the morning to set up, and by 8:30, 9 o'clock, they're already tearing down because it's too damn hot and they want to go home. And there's other people who are showing up at 9 o'clock in the morning to set up their booth. So it's one of those deals where it's fallen off. And when I first moved down here, it was a big damn deal. Like, it was a real big deal. And I think what's happening is, it's all fact, there's a lot of people who are not setting up anymore, because there's a lot of people who don't shop out there anymore, because you never know what you're going to get. You might show up, there might be half the booths are there, half the booths aren't, and it becomes that weird thing. It happened with a flea market we used to go to, antiques market we used to go to, called Watch Here, and it was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday event, but you could come in Thursday and set up, and they would let, for like an extra $120, you come in as a buyer on Thursday. And then there were so many of those people showed up, they started letting people set up on Wednesday, and then that way Thursday was a full day of sales. And then it became the thing where they started letting some people set up on Tuesday because they were getting older. They needed more time to set their stuff up. But then they were tired and wore out because they've been there since Tuesday. And they want to leave by Saturday morning. They start packing up. So the show is supposed to go on until Sunday. It's actually over by noon on Saturday now. And most of the clients that wanted to shop there wanted to show up Saturday or Sunday. And half the things are gone. It became that deal where it really started to go downhill because nobody wanted to show up on Wednesday. You know, a handful of people did, but I think that's what's happening out here at this farmer market slash flea market as well, is it's really fallen off. One, it's low because summertime, and wintertime it's always busier anyway, but it's even down from last few years of summertime attendances. But went around, ended up finding myself a silly little painted metal lizard, and I screwed one of my trees and maybe screw it to the fence out there. I don't know where I'm gonna put it yet exactly, but I got it for $2, so not really too concerned about it. It's gonna rust away after time, but who cares? It's kind of cute. So went ahead and grabbed it, and ended up grabbing a couple orchids and a cactus, and then basically wrapped it up, walked to the area. And normally I start at one end and go to the other. And I thought, well, I'll start at the other end and work back. Well, that was dumb because the stuff I wanted ended up being at the far end. So I have to go back the whole way over to get that last things and carried out there. There's a couple of things I would have got. Like, they had a pretty good deal on watermelons, and they had a real good price on bananas, but I had my wife buy extra bananas this time, so I really didn't need them. But at the same time, I didn't want to carry the big ass watermelon way back to my car by myself. I should really take a cart out there if I was going to go plan to buy some, mangoes and watermelons and treat it more like a farmer's market kind of thing. I should take a little cart with me to make it easier to get my stuff out, but it is what it is. So headed back, got back to the house, or heading back home, stopped in at a furniture store that sells all kinds of bedroom sets and stuff. And I was looking for a Murphy bed because we're thinking about converting the office into a guest room as well with a Murphy bed. And I've had zero luck finding a place. And they're kind of close, like they share a building with an appliance store. And the guy at the appliance store was exceptionally unhelpful. And I literally walked through this whole store before he even spoke to me. He only spoke to me as I was walking out the door. Like, what the hell? Like, you saw me here the whole time. And I asked the other place was open. He's like, oh, I don't know where you can get a bed, blah, blah. I'm like, is that place still in business? And he was like, he refused to answer my question. They put like a yellow chain, a plastic chain across the door, so you can't walk in there with a big sign saying you're leaving our appliance store. And I'm like, okay, cool. Went around the front, no signs saying if they're ever going to open again or not, but there's no open signs, all lights are off. So no clue what happened with it, but it's really hard telling. So who knows? But yeah, I went ahead from there, and then headed over. I was going to hit like Dollar. There's a place called Ollie's coming in. It's the old Big Lot store. They're still not open yet, so I was going to hit Dollar Tree and grab a couple things I needed, but I decided, it's hot, and I don't want to leave the plants in the car any longer, and I did when I stopped at the furniture store, which turned out to be an appliance store, and said hell with it, and headed on home. On the way home, I reached out to a gentleman who I'd spoke to a week or two ago, and he had an old truck for sale, and he had the guy who's building my shop had built his shop a couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago or so, and I wanted to stop, and I talked to him about the fact, or the Mike Building's building. He said, yeah, if you want to see the quality, swing by, take a look at it, and you're more than welcome to. So plus we can talk shit about cars. So I reached out and said, hey, I'm in the area, are you home? And he's like, yeah, just when you get here, call me and I'll pop the gate for you. It's got a little remote control on it, so you can come on in. I said, sounds perfect. So I don't know, 6 minutes later, 8 minutes later, I pulled in, somebody else was pulling out. So I basically pulled in anyway, went in and found him. I'm like, hey, somebody else was leaving, the gate was open. He goes, yeah, no big deal. So we chatted for a while. He showed me a bunch of these cars. We looked around the building, complained about the fact that Mike hasn't came and finished. The city had a ordinance he could only build so big of it, and then he put like a big carport off the side and whatnot. He wants to enclose that part, and Mike was supposed to do it once they got final improvement on the building. He's supposed to come back and do it. That's been almost 3 years. He hasn't came back and done it. The other guy who's going to do his installation wants to do the build on part when it's enclosed and the full building all at the same time, because it's a lot more cost effective for him to set the equipment up, spray the whole building, and clean the equipment one time than it is do it twice. It's a lot higher price. So, but he won't want to spray it till it's finished being built, and Mike won't finish building the damn building. So who the hell knows? So I did give him Mike's daughter's information, which has been the only way I've been really get a hold of Mike for the last, I don't know, 6 months now. Mike's impossible to get a hold of. So, and the guy even tried calling Mike a couple times while I was there, and no answer. So, kind of is what it is. So, went ahead and we chatted and showed me a bunch of his cars, showed me some of his other shops and stuff. He's got a few different buildings. He's got like 2.5 acres of land there. He's got some pretty big projects going on. He's got some kind of shitty stuff that needs to be a lot of work to get there, but hopefully he'll get there someday. He's got a couple customers projects, which I'm not sure if he's actually doing the work or if he's bringing other guys in to do the work. Couldn't quite tell that, so who knows? It's hard telling. But the pricing and what he's doing and stuff, he seems to really know his shit about like the Ford Galaxies and whatnot. Those are his cream of the crop right now. He's got like 4 of them there working on, maybe 5 of them. So he's got a bunch of those. So he's definitely in that process of, understanding all those, finding details and trying to locate all those things and all the weird doorknob handles that are 1 year only and some other weird shit that happens that he's ate up with that detail right now. So got done there, headed back home, and had chilled out a little bit, and then got a little bit done around the house. Wife decided she wanted to go out for a buffet tonight, and I tried to go yesterday and she didn't want to go, so she decided she wanted to go tonight. I'm like, cool. So went ahead and said hell with it, and got back to the house, got the orchids all watered and all that fun stuff, and then I went ahead and got my run in and got in some good miles, got back to the house and grabbed myself a shower, and then about time, shortly after that, we headed up to go eat buffet. It's up in Fort Orange, like a half an hour away. Had a great meal up there, wonderful food. I skipped dinner last night too, so I was 2 days without eating. I had a couple hard-boiled eggs and a banana, and then some Doritos in 2 days. So, well, it'd be 3 days because I hadn't eaten the day before that. So, going on my 3rd day since I'd eaten. So, I was happy to put away some sushi. So I knocked away a couple plates of sushi and a little bit of the hot stuff, which their hot stuff is not that great anymore. Their sushi is still pretty good though. Pretty heavy on the rice, but it's buffet sushi, would expect. And enjoyed the shit out of that. Just skipped my dessert. Asked for the check, never got it. So we sat around for a while. I'm like, screw it, let's just go. I mean, we've got 2 buffets. It's not that hard to figure out. So went over there, basically told them. And as we were getting up and leaving, the lady saw us leaving, so then she ran, got a check real quick, and to my wife. So as she was trying to figure out who it is, wife walked up with a ticket, and then she punched in, and she like looks at me to pay. She goes, paying a credit card or cash? I'm like, paying cash. And she looks at me like, pay me. I'm like, I don't know how much it is. Like, you never gave me the ticket. You punched in the register. It doesn't even say nothing now, like what I owe you. And she's like, you know, I don't know, $50 where it was. I'm like, okay. So I gave her the money and all that good fun stuff. Left a few bucks for a tip, and all good to go there. So yeah, we headed out after that. We then headed back out the car and started to head home. And she was low on gas, which I put gas in the car for, because of the fact I don't want her dealing with hobos and all kinds of weird shit that happens at gas stations and all that shit anymore. So I did all that, and it was pretty low on fuel, unfortunately. On the way back, we were now below a quarter, which it should never be, but it is what it is. So as we're coming back, it starts torrential downpouring. Like, it is just, I mean, it's raining hard. Like, it's hard to see shit. Like there, I said, well, there's a good chance I might go out in the morning and put gas in your car, because if it's raining hard when we get to town, there's no way I'm going to stand out there and get rained on. Putting gas in your car is not worth it in any way, shape, or form. And she kind of chuckled about it. So got back. Luckily, as we pulled into town there, the gas station I wanted to use, went ahead, and it had mostly quit raining. It was still drizzling a little bit, and pumped gas, got in the car, and then got home and it started pouring down rain again. So I was like, cool, that worked out well. So I didn't get wet. I got drizzled on, that was it, getting gas. So went ahead from there, got back to the house, got the car put away, all good fun stuff. And then I headed outside and watched it pour rain as I had myself a nice little cigar and a soda and enjoyed the evening. There, headed back in, and wife was zonked out. It was pretty late when I headed back in. It was probably like, I don't know, 1:30 in the morning, like that. I was just up. My brain wasn't turning off. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to fall asleep, so better for me to stay sitting up and enjoy life that way. So that's what I did. Headed in. She was zonked out. I watched a little bit of Blue Bloods, and then wrapped it up and called it a night. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.